So Magdalena, what do you need to know to finish the mural? I was hoping to ask you more about the revolt. All I can remember was the flames when the abbey burned. What part of the revolt? The abbot starving us out of house and home? Otto's murder? I doubt that would be a good painting. I thought the abbot of Kirsau was acting in his rights. It seems like the abbot of Kirsau wasn't on very good terms with Tassing. I thought there was an attempt to talk to the abbot. I'll go with the second one. Everyone but that fucking Miller hated him, with good reason. He only ever cared for how many pfennigs he could get from us. Brigitte, don't forget to twist the ends in. Can't have it looking like a Christmas hedgehog. I'm getting there, Mom. I've looked after Martin and Kraft well enough, haven't I? I can manage this. Yes, well, after your father died, I've got no one left to nag besides you and that husband of yours. Thank God I have the both of you. As a matter of fact, let an old woman have her vices. The Gärtner house was a bit sad. Jörg always gets quiet this time of year. Whatever for, but it's Christmas. I heard Il Peter keeps mistaking Big Jörg for Peter. Has that got something to do with it? Best watch what you overhear, Magdalena. But yes, I reckon so. Tassing's lost many folk over the years, and feast days make it harder to bear. You mean in the revolt, right? The revolt, the murders, that fool Andreas had to meddle in everything. Didn't do much good if you ask me. Andreas Mahler, the artist. I thought he was my dad's friend. You mean Master Mahler? Dad said that none of that was his fault. Dad said that Master Mahler made some mistakes, but that he was seeking justice for everyone in town. I'll go with the first one. He was, and I can't fault your father for that. Master Mahler was an interesting man. He'd already meddled enough in Tassing after the Baron's murder that he held more sway than he knew. I could understand it the first time. He wanted to save that old monk. I dare say he saw him as a father. And it was proven the prior was a witch, so I suppose he did some good for Tassing then. I think Voislav might be the only person left in Tassing who even remembers the old prior. That's when the trouble started, I say. The townsfolk saw a monk killed and the abbot was incensed. Then came the revolt and Andreas Mahler happened to show up nearly the day of Otto's murder. Did the revolt accomplish anything? Dad always says the townsfolk didn't stand with the peasants as long as they should have. I always heard that night was a slaughter. Why didn't anyone stop the peasants? I'll just ask the first one. Well, the entire matter was a horrible, bloody mess, but did restore peace in Tassing by force. A shame it had to happen at all, I think. I knew the revolt was a bad idea from the start. Old Voislav would be the only one to know what happened inside the old church now, before the fire. Some like to say things were always this bad, that violence was the only way, but it wasn't. Life got worse over the years. It wasn't like this when I was a child, not in my grandparents' time either. Sure, the abbot was pinching the townsfolk and the peasants were suffering, but to go against the church? But like you said, things weren't always so bad. We fought to make things right. But things got better in the end, right? Even if so many people died. Well, the revolt didn't totally fail, did it? The abbot and the monks have left. It doesn't seem like things have gotten much better. I'll go with the second one. The abbey may be gone, but Tassing has only traded one lord for another. The peasants were so angry over the abbot's perceived injustices, they thought they could make it right with even more injustice. Then the abbey caught fire and everyone ran, but by then the soldiers had arrived to stop them all. That soldier even warned Peter, but nothing would stop him besides steel. So nothing got better at all? No, not as I see it. The Lord is just as severe as the abbot was, and threatens force at every turn. That's life. You can struggle and die to accomplish something, and nothing changes. The dead are luckier. They died believing they changed something. We are stuck with the harsh reality. This is all you've known, Magdalena. You've grown used to it. We all have. Thank you for sharing your story with me. It's important to share our suffering with the younger generations. Maybe they can change something. Good luck on the mural, Magdalena. Good luck, Magdalena. Thank you very much. It's a couple more hours. Oh, it's getting late. We should head over. We should probably just head over to the what was it called? The Golden Hand or something. But I'm looking at the recording time, and another 15 minutes and I get another episode done. We'll see. Otherwise, I'll have to split it up into the other episodes. Let's go to North Town real quick. Let's see if anything is going on up here. But historically, there hasn't really been a lot going on. Isenkopf? Balthas, my friend? Ah, you're talking over here for now. Ciao, Magdalena. Ah, if it isn't Mistress Magdalena. Hello, Balthas. Hello, Ignazio. How are your inventions coming, Balthas? Oh, very well, thank you. I was just showing Ignazio how our Rathaus Glock works on one of my smaller prototypes. It is a fascinating process, truly. I had never considered that one man could make something so complex by himself. The clock tower is the wonder of Tassing. You do have to account for Endres' help in smithing the parts and Ertz's building the framework to hold it too. I bet there are one or two women who could make a fine clock if given the chance. I'd love to create something so intricate one day, maybe a new kind of printing press. I mean, I agree with the third one as well. I'll go with the last one though. And what kind of printing press would that be, pray tell? Maybe something with automatically sorted type. That would make the process faster. Yeah, sure. Haha, you may be onto something there, Magda. Can you imagine? Automatic type. Truly an ingenious idea, if one could ever make it happen. The ideas are still fuzzy, but I think I can make it work someday. I shall look forward to your debut, mistress. In the meantime, shall we get back to work, Balthas? Oh yes, of course. Please excuse us, Magdalena. We're rather busy at the moment. Until later then. Okay. That's just the books. We've looked at those before. Stolz. Not at home. Any purple ink anywhere? Not that I can see it. Okay, anything going on in the Rathaus? A lot of stuff going on. Okay. Still a lot of stuff covered by the tarp, so we don't see it too early. Okay. Very nice. Let's keep going then. Anything else on this side? No. Let's go back down to Central Town. We were in the Steinauer house. So now Church and Druckers. I mean, this is where we live, so we don't really have to go there. How about the Lady of Our Lady of the Labyrinth? Is Thomas here? Nope, he isn't. That's okay. Let's see. Anything at the mill, maybe? Ah, Ulrike and Andreas having a snowball fight. Hello, Mag. Maglin. Exactly. We could go into the Müller house. I'll do that in a second. We'll go to the outer farms first. Just quickly seeing if anything is going on here. No. Outer Farm's not the most eventful place, but that's okay. Let's go into the Miller house. Anna? God bless you, Magdalena. Hello, Anna. How are you? Oh, keeping busy. There's always plenty to do around the house. How is the mural coming along? Paul mentioned your progress is quite impressive. Oh, I'll have to thank him. That's high praise from a councilman. I'm making steady progress. I think I'll be finished just before the new year. Didn't realize the council cared so much, especially since I wasn't their first choice. I'll go with the more neutral one. I'm making steady progress. Oh, how wonderful. I'll have to bring Andreas and Ulrike by sometime to see your progress. Let's just quickly get that logged. We won't get in your way, of course. I'm sure they'd love to learn about the process. You're all more than welcome, but watch your step. There's plaster everywhere. I've just mixed a new batch to keep the wall moist. It's hard to maintain the right texture when it's so cold out. Oh, I can imagine. I had a similar problem when I helped my mother in the bakery. Rolling dough in winter was such trouble. We had to throw out so many batches that wouldn't rise. Your discipline is admirable, Magdalena. You know, I was a real rascal back in the day. Skipped on working with my parents more times than I can count. But you're so hardworking, Anna. I can't imagine you making trouble. So wasn't Big York who was the... so it wasn't Big York who was the troublemaker? Sure, we can ask that. I didn't mean to click his name, my bad. Oh no, York has always been more hardworking than me. I was a thief and scoundrel. It started with cakes from my mother's table, still hot from the oven. Soon it was silverware, mugs, trinkets I found around town. Ulrike's little hat once even belonged to Andreas Mahler, your father's friend. I stole it from his head. Of course, stealing is against the Lord's commandments. So my father would make me return everything if I hadn't eaten it already and marched me to the church to pray. Father Thomas grew accustomed to seeing me more often than Sunday mornings. What changed? I guess you got tired of saying Ave Marias? I'll go with that one. That was part of it. I grew out of the habit over time. I think I started to see why my parents had such a devotion to the Lord. Stealing was my way of acting out. But when the troubles started in town, I realized that my thieving wasn't doing any good. I decided I'd rather honor my father and mother as God commands. It gives me grace with Andreas and Ulrike on hard days, and with the rest of the town too. I think Ulrich would be proud. I think everyone can learn from your example, Anna. That's more charitable than some people in Tassing deserve. I think everyone can learn from your example. Hopefully from my present one rather than my past. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure you have plenty of mural work to do. I'll see you later, Anna. God bless you, Magdalena. Okay, and over here we have power. There we go. Good day, Magdalena. Ah, nothing more. That's okay. Anything over here? No. Some little kids' drawings. Okay. You having fun? Good. I don't need to go to the meadow right now. Well, actually, I think that would have been a shortcut. That would have led to the what's it called? To the hand place, which is definitely the official name. The Goldene Hand. Yeah. Die Goldene Hand. Did I mispronounce it? I don't remember. It's fine. Alexander Kazimierz. Okay. We have Hans, Voislav, Jutta. She doesn't get named. Someone swinging the broom. Okay, what's up here? We have Kilian, Hannah. She also got a letter. back then. So maybe she can spill the beans on that. Who are you, Alexander? Well, if it isn't Magdalena, that's me. Ah, good. I haven't seen you around and heard your name mentioned. I apologize for not introducing myself sooner. I am Alexander. This is my partner, Kazimierz. We are musicians by trade, travelers by necessity. The weather trapped us on our way back to Würzburg for a Christmas celebration. I had hoped to win the Meistersinger competition there, but alas, we are trapped here until the pass is clear. Meistersinger, members of a guild for lyric poets, composers and singers of unaccompanied art songs. Meistersingers perform in regular competitions, often held at Rathaus or church. How are you finding Tassing? Everyone has been quite kind and no one has thrown anything at me for my music. Considering the circumstances, I'm counting that as a success. I have to admit I was quite upset that I had missed my opportunity to sing at the Meistersinger competition. He practiced so much for it. Yes, it's hard not to view the last year as a waste. You can try again next Christmas, can't you? Of course. Though the older I get, the less comfort I take in the possibilities of the future. Missed opportunities sting more with each passing year. Well, you have an audience here, the people of Tassing. And perform for them I will. I love performing for people wherever I go. When I sing for people, I want to move them. I want to see it on their faces. It's only in that moment that I can connect with them. That's the only truth I know. Meistersinger judges will rate me as they will, but that's not why I want to perform for them. I want to move the masters the way they moved me. Does that make sense? I think so. My dad is my teacher and his approval means a lot to me. I'm not sure, I never really thought about it. Making art is just what I do to help my dad. I suppose I make art for my own satisfaction. I'll go with the first one here. I think we all want the approval of those who came before us. And someday someone will look to me for approval. Hard to imagine. I'm sorry, just feeling a bit melancholy, I suppose. It's the long nights. I suppose you're right. All that darkness. Perhaps the Christmas feast will lift my spirits. Will I see you there? Absolutely. Almost everyone in town should be there. Then I look forward to it. Until then. And Kazimierz? Okay, you're writing down. Hello, Magdalena. You're Kazimierz, right? You're with Alexander, musicians? Typing. Oh, typing. Not at that time. Writing. Yes, I play shawm and lute. He sings. I don't know what shawm is. What instrument that is. Are you Polish? Writing. Yes, from Kalisz? I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce Polish. Alright, I won't take up any more of your time. What are you two doing in Tassing? I'll ask that. Writing. And ask Alexander, sorry. It's okay. Alright, I won't take up any more of your time. Writing. And thanks, God bless you. Okay. Let's start with Voicelove. He seems the most relevant. Oh. Hold on. I didn't expect to record this long and I put some clothes in the wash. Ooh, that's about to be done, so you might hear the washing machine spinning loudly in the background. I hope it's not too distracting. Voicelove, God bless you, Magdalena. Oh, you don't have anything more to say? Hans? Hello, Magdalena. Hello, Hans. Did you need something? Say, Hans, I've seen you sneaking into the forest on occasion. What exactly do you do there? Not sneaking, just going. I go there to meet Big Jorg. To lift logs. Why would you do that? We lift big logs to see who's stronger. It's a contest. How long have you been doing this? A few years. Once I grew into my frame, you know. There aren't many in Tassing who are up to the challenge, other than Big Jorg. Simon's big, like Sepp was, but he's not interested. He's always busy taking care of the farm. Maybe Apollo can join us one day. He's been getting stout the last few years. Alright, who's winning so far? Jorg, but barely. I've been gaining on him. He's growing older and softer with his council work. I see. So this is a thing that men just do from time to time? Me and Jorg, sure. I don't know about anyone else. You're welcome to join us, Magdalena. Perhaps you haven't noticed, but I'm not very big myself. You happen to have small logs that would suit me? Plenty of trees in the forest. We'll find you what you need. Maybe it would put some meat on those bones. Sure, maybe I'll drop by someday. Christ, Jorg will get a kick out of that. You really mean it, right? Oh, absolutely. Sure, why not? Working out a bit, can't hurt. I should go... Oh, and that beeping means my washing is done, and now it's gonna sit in the damp for a bit. That's not great, maybe I'll have to rinse it again. God damn it. I didn't expect to record for 3 hours. I usually only record for 2, but I just got caught up in it this time. I should get back to work now. Until later, Magdalena. Until then. Jutta, let's quickly talk to the people on the bottom floor and then we're done. Hello Magdalena. Hello Magdalena. How's the weather? We've been prepping for the feast in here all day. Fresh and brisk, perfect for a walk. Colder than usual. I'm glad to be indoors now. Too damn cold. It's like this winter will never end. Colder than usual. I'm glad to be indoors now. It's been colder than I remember it being for decades. At least we're in here. 1 second, I'll quickly have to turn off the washing machine. My bad, I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. I activated a rinse. And that should buy me 22 minutes. That should be fine. Okay, at least we're in here where we can keep our fingers warm. You'd better keep your fingers out of my dough, Master Bauer. I didn't do anything. You've snuck your little fingers into my cookie dough 3 times today. Do it again and I'll wrap your knuckles with the back of my spoon. Don't anger Mistress Matilda, Simon. Yes, sir. Sorry, Mistress Matilda. We need enough dough to make cookies for the entire town. You can't be eating it all. Anyway, what did you come in for, Magdalena? I was hoping you could tell me what you remember from of the revolt. I was too young to remember much of it. No one ever seems to talk about it, and Mistress Matilda and Master Voicelove, you two are the only ones left who used to live in this abbey. In the abbey. The only ones who stayed, anyway. Matilda and I had been friendly enough with the people in town. We put it behind us in time. You can imagine the other brothers had little reason to remain. Old Adog made it out. I think Father Gernot paid for him to go back to an abbey in Cornwall. I'm not sure what happened to the others. All gone in any case. But the whole thing is a sensitive subject, Magdalena. Why are you asking? I want to honor everyone who fought in the revolt in the Rathaus mural. I want to portray the event truthfully in the mural, so I'm trying to hear everyone's account of the event. I talked to some others in town, but all the stories seem to conflict. I want to hear your perspective so I can paint the mural. I'll go with the last one. There was so much going on that night. No wonder everyone remembers it differently. Wait, Magdalena, here. Come cut the cookies with me first. That way we don't fall behind while we chat. We'd be grateful for the help. Okay, let's do that. Alright, Magdalena. Cut out cookies from the dough and set them aside so Simon can put them on a tray. Let's quickly get him logged. There we go, there's Simon. We'll need a good number in a variety of shapes, so don't hesitate for change So don't hesitate to change which cutters you use. We have to have enough for the whole town after all. Okay, let's start with a heart. Oh, we can rotate it like that. That means I'll do it like this. Wait, did that not work? Press. Huh? Ah, there we go. Just had to hold on longer. Let's make a row of each. There we go. We can always fold the dough again and knead it out to make some more cookies. Ah, doesn't quite fit. Let's make some diamonds. Let's do them like this. There we go. That should give us a few. Wonderful stuff. I didn't click that very efficiently, but that's okay. There we go. Next up, the circle, I guess. There we go. Some more of that. And yeah, let's put one here. Ah, too close to the edge. Still too close to the edge. Let's make some birds, shall we? Let's make some birds. There we go. A couple more of those. And that. And that. Also, we can put a bird in here, I think. There we go. Put that here. I mean, I have to say, my family's like, of all of my family's Christmas decorations that always end up on a tree, there's a set of like glass birds that was always my favorite. So I kind of associate birds with Christmas, even though they don't really have much to do with it. Is that good? Are you done? These look wonderful. Thank you. You can make them. You can make more if you want, but it looks like we have enough. I think that's good for now. Thanks for helping, Magdalena. We'd better keep going if we're going to have everything ready by the procession tonight. So what can we tell you, Max? I heard the Landsknechts came into town before the revolt and warned everyone to leave the abbey alone. Could things really have been talked out, or was it too late by then? Why didn't anybody listen? They were trained soldiers and they killed so many people. Did the abbot really think threatening you would work? I'll go with the last one. Father Gernot always used threats. If the rent wasn't paid, he would take our land or cattle or something else. Of course, he thought it would work. But even Father Abbot didn't know about the Landsknechts. Father Gernot never threatened violence. By the time the soldiers arrived, there was little he could do. There were some people who wanted to talk. Master Mahler worked hard to keep the peace, but after Otto was killed, Oh, Andreas. A shame how he died. We at the monastery were fond of him. Clara said she and the other peasants felt the same way. Dad said he was instrumental in keeping the revolt from getting out of hand. He regrets not standing by him. I'll go with the last one. Yes, he was. He had a personal dinner with the abbot to try and discuss things, I believe. A pity they couldn't come to an agreement. Yes, Andreas did a lot of good for Tassing, and Kirsau too. Even if the old abbot failed to admit that. He even revealed corruption in our own midst. The old prior, Ferenc, had been doing witchcraft in the church. I still grieve that he died in the abbey fire. I know your father does too, Magdalena. But wasn't the revolt in general justified? Would it have been best to leave the matter alone? It sounds like no one should have opposed the abbey at all. Wasn't the revolt in general justified? Yes, I think so. We couldn't even collect in the forest without a fee. Dad kept saying we couldn't live with higher and higher taxes. The night Otto died, the abbot was trying to excommunicate everyone for celebrating St. John's Eve. A lot of people thought the abbot killed him in revenge. Turns out it was Brother Guy. He was embezzling funds from the abbey. Still, after Otto and Ulrich, that was too much. We burned the mill with both bastards inside. The abbot promised to help if Andreas found the person who killed Otto. All we wanted was to talk. But didn't you say that you just burnt down the mill? But the abbot ordered the Landsknecht to stop you? You mean no one was supposed to burn the abbey down? I'll go with the last one here. Why would anyone want that? We sought justice, not murder. It was too much for Peter. Leonhard was one thing. He'd just killed Ulrich, but to burn the abbey? But when the Landsknechts saw the fire, they thought they had another revolt on their hands. Even Father Gernot couldn't stop them. We all fled. Brother Florian saved as many as he could, but... Here we go. But Peter was wrong to turn the... Peter was wrong to burn the abbey, but what the soldiers did, that was awful. Dad died protecting me, stabbed in the chest. I don't even remember what he was wearing, but I remember how dark the blood was when we found him. Almost black and sticky like treacle. Dad socked one of the soldiers in the face, but another was right there and... Magdalena, can we stop talking about this? Of course, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset anyone. Yes, thank you for talking to me, I'll do my best on the mural. Of course, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset anyone. Thanks, Magdalena, it's hard to discuss sometimes, you know? Good luck, we'll see you at the procession later. Until then, more time passes. Okay, it's getting late. And I think I'm gonna have to call it here. Yeah, that's gonna have to be it. I recorded much longer than I expected to. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to call it now. Thank you very much for watching and goodbye.